Well, welcome back to this is Final Fantasy VIII. We're going into battle here, which is kind of what I wanted, actually. I want to show off how much damage Squall does at this point, because we did equip the 100 waters last time to his strength. I missed that one. Yeah, so he's doing 173 points. How can you not for 2 seconds? He's doing 172 points without the crit hit on the sword because I screwed that one up. But yeah, and he could do up to like 2 something. It's not enough. And we wanted to learn Thunder Magic Refine. So I made sure to have him do that because this is gonna unlock the things that we want to unlock in the future. Oh, also, this is new, the mid magic, so we can take lower magic, I think, and turn it into higher magic, which is something that, you know what, yeah, sure, why not? We'll do that for right now. It doesn't matter because we're trying to get back to the garden. What the hell, let me in. Well done. Let's see. I thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seed exam. Oh yes, taking care of your guardian force. This is something you have to watch out for. Now change into your uniform and assemble at the first floor lobby. Basically she just went over everything I've already told you about, like learn, the experience, the AP, like I already showed you all of that, and then it's just the same thing that she wanted to show you apparently. Yeah, I already knew that, but thank you so much. All right, well, before we assemble anywhere, let's go ahead and grab a few extra cures. Sure, we're not gonna do any battling today outside of what we've already seen, which is really not that big of a deal. Well, everything that was a big deal was happened off screen. We'll probably talk more about that later. We can fight that big bad. Big Jurassic Park level bad. You'll understand later. We're not there yet. But anyway, what I want to do is I want to actually come in here and I want to save, because the first thing I want to do is there's a child running around that I want to take all his cards. So let me save. It probably makes no sense. But anyway, occasionally coming through here, there is going to be a child. Now I have to find him and he has to show up. But when he shows up, he has a card that we really want. Now last time I did this, it took me about 40 minutes for him to even play the card, but we have to get this card in order to continue the side quest. So, hi, you, come here. Hey, there it is. That is the MiniMog. Now, MiniMog is a good card. In fact, we actually really want this card for a variety of reasons. The most important being that it continues there's a quest. I'm gonna put the Abyss Worm down here. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Really, at this point, I just need to claim a single card from him. And I think I might be able to force him kind of into a corner if I do this right. Like this. So for example, now he can't take any of my cards. Ha 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 ha. And we win the MiniMog. Actually, that happened a lot faster than I anticipated. I've only been playing for 25 minutes total, including all the stuff at the beginning and the stuff that you didn't see. So the very fact that I managed to get the MiniMog is really good. Now we do want to save here. The MiniMog is good for playing cards, but also it's important because the major card quest, we're gonna have to lose it later. So make sure you keep it. But this is the MiniMog. Yeah, look at that. I don't know, we have Ifrit, we got that from defeating Ifrit, so there's that. All right, so let me save now that we've got that, because I don't want to lose that. There's another card that we're going to be getting today, but before we do that, actually, let me just let me ignore these two. We're going to head to the cafeteria again. We've been here, I think we were here for a child. Let's talk to this lady. I've worked here many a year now. I must say, being young is so great. It's like this burst of energy flowing within you constantly, and oh man, this may take a while. We want to lend an ear. But seriously, with all these youngsters around, I'm beginning to feel young myself. I start thinking to myself, hey, I'm still all that, you know what I mean. What am I saying? Well, anyway, I have a son about your age, but he is just so incompetent, and you're still talking? This could mean trouble. Let's let into here. So, my son, he's not as bright as all you here, so I was worried about his future. Then, about a year ago, I'm going on a journey to see what I can do, he said. Can you believe him? I was really surprised at first, but my son has this serious look I'd never seen before. So I built up enough courage and told him to go for it. Well, when I look back at it now, all he did was make my husband and me worry. But now, has he matured? He's grown up, I tell you. It sure gets lonely without him. Oh my, I'm sorry, I got carried away. Whenever I see you youngsters, I just get nostalgic. I wonder where he is now. Well, I'm sure that's not important. Let's come up here, and we want to listen to these three. So the seed field exam. I choked last time. I was way too nervous. At least you made it to the field exam. I can't even pass my written test yet. I guess you're not as smart as I am. Yeah, right. You're in study hall today too. Yeah, so am I. I guess we all just suck. We're just a sad bunch. Sad. Sad. Sad people like us. All we do is complain in the cafeteria. Sad. Were these guys complaining all this time? It's just like, what the heck? Okay, so we wanted to talk to those two. There's one other person that I want to go see if he's there. He may not be there at this point. It's kind of hard to find, actually. This is part of a, I don't even want to call it like a side quest. It's more of just like an optional thing that can happen. I'll have to run all the way there. We're going to the library. The library is on the bottom right. Oh my god, it's such a long walk. Okay, well, let's just hit the directory, even though it's short to get there from here. We're gonna go to the library. There is sometimes a person talking to... Oh, they're not there. Talking to the librarian. Did you hear they're going to cut the library budget again? Why do they always have to do that? Do they have some kind of grudge against us? Out of all the committees, we, the library committee, are the only ones beneficial to studying. I know, seriously, we get the same amount of discipline as the disciplinary committee. How sad is that? Oh my, oh my. Well, at least we have a different budget to buy books with. But what about our snacks? Now that adds up too, you know. All we care about is snacks. Is that what's happening here? Anyway, remember that draw point over here, by the way? It is a Suna right now, which clears you of... Is it all status effects, I think? Man, has it been a while since I've used anything. Yeah, any abnormal status. So kind of useful to get some of those. Yes, I have like no hit points right now. There's a reason for that, actually. Okay, but now that we have the MiniMog, there is something else that we do want to do. And we're gonna head back to the cafeteria. So there is another card that the Trapeze, any of them can have. And I think the one person that we're gonna fight actually to try and get this card is going to be at the cafeteria. It's the group member in the back corner. By the way, we do want to, when we're doing these battles, we want to make sure that we are, the rule is all. It's not the best rule, but it's the best one for right now. So if you come over here, you can talk to these guys and the guy in the back. How about a quick game of cards? So yeah, ooh, see, like this one's trade rule 1. Nope. We want to try to get that to all. I'm really hoping that it didn't degrade completely and permanently, because that's going to make this far more difficult. There it is. So the trade rule all, I highly doubt that he's actually going to have Quistis with him at the moment, because they never seem to have it. Oh, he does! Right off the bat. Look at that nonsense. Can I take that card? I can. Do you have anything higher than a 7 on the left? No, you don't. Thank you so much. So at this point, really all I gotta do is survive. Let's see. You could take that card. You can't take this card, so... if we can at least maintain that. This is going to be rather difficult, actually. No, it's not. Here we go. That's another good card up in the corner that he just placed. So, like that, we got her. Are you kidding me? I wasn't anticipating getting her right off the bat. I figured it would take, you know, like an hour. Sometimes I don't want to play those cards, but that actually finishes what we needed to do for card gathering, at least kind of. There's some other stuff that I'm going to do that's optional before we move on. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Well, before we go moving on to the seed exam, I didn't want to actually start that today, because I did, but let's head back to the library. Now, there's a reason I do want to do this, because I want to talk about a quick way of kind of getting some quick, I say in quotes, there's a way to get some cards that we can break down, because we've already done that. And yeah, so let me save real quick here now that I got that card. Okay, so if we go into the ability, we can use card mod and as well as all of these different items. So one of the cards that's actually really good to start off with is the Abyss Worm. I have 2 of these cards. Honestly, one of the things you could do is kind of break down everything that you have duplicates of, because honestly, we're not going to be using any of them. Like, you're not going to be using duplicates. Generally. Let's see here. So let's just go ahead and break some of these down. Now, the ones that are grayed out, you'll need multiples. So you need like 10 of these, you'll need 4 of these, or you'll need 5 of these to break them down. Oh, and you can also break down the other cards like Pet Houses, Elemental Attacks, and Samantha Souls. I don't want to do that right off the bat. And then some of the items that we can break down are actually really good. So like these turn into tornadoes. Let's see, Thandaras, 20 arrows. Let's see, I think, do we have... We don't. There is another one that we can use to get flares. It's really good. So like we can do this and we can turn these into tornadoes. So a higher level magic. And if we go into here, I don't think we have enough quite yet that makes it worth it. But as you can see, like this takes it to 29, whereas this takes it to 40. So the fact that that's pretty good. And we do want to do that. I want to go ahead and play. If we go over to the library, I want to play Lady at the Library just to get a kind of a grip of cards. Ideally, one of the easiest ways is to get all those tornadoes to have pretty much good attack stats for at least Squall to start off with. And it's this chick right here that she can play, and she has a pretty good set of cards at this point that we do want to get. And ideally, it's not like super necessary, but she does have like a bunch of cards, and I do want to see what I can get to start with. So I will just meet you guys back here in like 30 minutes. I love playing this game, so it's not like a painful thing to do anyway. I love it. Okay, well, the game is not playing ball with me today, and there is actually a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let me take a look at the cards. I have a lot of cards because I've been grinding. And I want to get a bunch of Abyss Worms because I want to have 15 of the windmills that I'm going to turn into tornadoes. Now, there's a reason for this, and you might be like, it's not necessary, to be completely honest. It really isn't. But I do want to do it because I want to show off the 2 ways to complete the seed exam. And the first way is the default way, and the second way is to battle your way out. And that battle your way out is a little bit more difficult, so I want to have an overpowered party in order to do that. However, the game has decided that Abyss Worms are just not a thing, so that's awesome. A couple other things though that we can talk about. I want to turn all of these cards, anything that's above 1, I want to turn into an item just for the sake of it, because we're not going to be doing pretty much anything with them otherwise. Other thing I am trying to do here is complete my list of cards, so you can see like this one's missing. I think these are all level 6 cards, which we don't have access to, but I'm still missing a level 5 card. I don't know where it's doing. Like, I don't know why the game is fighting me so much on this. So what I am going to do is turn all of these cards into things just to show you guys. Oh, Rune Amulet. Let me hold on the ones that require multiples. And we will definitely check those out later. Ooh, I do also want to show off that. There's so much to show you guys, but there's really no reason to like keep the cards, to be honest. Like, if you refine them and there's something that you really want to do with them, just sell the items that they get turned into, and that'll probably be fine. Yeah, it'll make that a little bit easier for you. But yeah, so you can just kind of go through here, clean all of this up. There's so many things. I don't really need any more wizard stones, to be honest. But I guess it is what it is at this point. Ooh, oh, we got a life ring. That's nice. There are a few things that we can't really do anything with at this point, but we will be able to do all sorts of things with it. Also, Big and Wedge turns into an X potion, which is insulting, to be honest. Okay, let's take a quick look at what we've got here that we can create so far. So we've got Thundaras and arrows. For the Coral Fragment, also Thundaras, and the Dynamo Stone is Thundagas, which actually might be worth doing. Actually, yes, let's go ahead and grab those. I'm gonna give both of those to Quistis at this point. When it comes to ice, we've got waters and Blizzagas that we can turn into. We have a whole bunch of those. Again, these are actually pretty good, so we might want to do that. And for fire, we've unlocked the Red Fang, which is Firagas. I'm gonna give that to, sure, Squall will be fine. Just so we have it. Now, there are a few items that we can't use yet because we don't have the refinement that we can use. Now, I unlocked these spider webs. It says Quistis can learn blue magic ultra waves. So Quistis learns blue magic. That is her limit break. So we're gonna go ahead and give that to her. She already knows it at that point, so it's basically useless. So also other things, Quistis can learn level blank death. We're gonna go ahead and teach her that. Aqua breath, we're gonna teach her that. Let's see, what else do we have? If you try to use something that needs to be refined, it doesn't do anything. Gatling gun, probably one of my favorites if I remember correctly. We've got acid and degenerator. This one right here is basically good to the end of the day, like the end of the game. Probably one of the easiest ways to get through the game, but I want to show off pretty much everything, so yeah. Now real quick here, there are two that we have, the steel pipe and the star fragment. So it says Guardian Force learns some magic plus 20% ability, also the some magic plus 10% ability. I don't remember off the top of my head if these stack, but I believe that they do. Now, the summon magic basically means when you summon them, they do more damage. You're gonna get a bunch of items like this, and we're gonna unlock some items that give like strength plus 60, and other stuff like that. And actually really useful. So I'm gonna teach one of these there we go, to Quasicodal. I'm gonna teach one to she already knows it, so we're gonna go for Ifrit. Just go ahead and do that so that we're done. And yeah, so there we go. I think that's pretty much everything that we've unlocked for now. I'm gonna make a save point here for myself because I do want to get all of those tornadoes to show off just kind of how strong we can get. And like I said, because there are two ways to fight the upcoming battles, and I do want to show off how those work. and show off the two different ones. So I'm gonna save here and I'll be right back. Okay, so with all of that, took me a little bit to get this. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to give the tornadoes that I picked up to Squall, because that's gonna be pretty much good for him for what we're gonna be doing in the next area. I could also give him pretty much whatever we have here. But what I'm gonna do, it's not the right button. I want to go into Thunder Refine, and I'm going to turn some of these wizard stones into Thundagas, and I'm going to give primarily a bunch of these to Quistis there. We also have some more, we have some more here that we're going to give to Squall for right now. We also have a bunch of stuff. I will probably break most of these down. I really don't have a reason to keep them otherwise. But let's see, where's the Blizzagas? We picked up some of those. I'm gonna turn these into Blizzagas as well, just so we have them. And for fire, do we pick up anything for fire agas? I don't think so, but that will do for now. It's not gonna be the best thing that I wanna do. I also picked up a healing mail, which gives 10% hit points to a guardian force, and then the rune armlet, which gives spirit 20. I'm gonna give one of those to Shiva. Oh nope, we're gonna give it to the other two, and then hit points. I'm gonna give that to Ifrit, because Ifrit's a little behind in schedule. I think we already, okay, well that works, and all of those already have that, so that works for us right now. When it comes to everything else, I think for the most part we've already given everything, except for bad breath apparently. So we are good there. We can break everything else down if we want, but I'm gonna hold off on that. Most of the stuff I'm just gonna keep to sell, to be completely honest. Don't forget that if you don't really know what you're doing, you can do an auto ability thing here, so that if you are, yeah, it looks like actually all of those are going to be Thundaga. That makes a lot of sense. So if you don't really know what you're doing, you can kind of have the game do it for you. So that is going to be it, because I don't know what's happening on this particular save, but the RNG gods have decided to frown upon me, and I'm not getting the abyss worms like I wanted. I wanted to get more. Like the last time I did this on my test run, I was just getting a ton of these. Like I think I had like at least 10, which is a great setup for the next area, but everything else was just like a no-go for me. So that's very strange, but it is whatever, and we will be okay. So next time we are going to be moving on to the seed exam, and I didn't mean to make this a full card episode, but apparently that's just what happened. So I will see you guys then.